Welcome back, dear viewers. You're still watching Nile Cruise from the Egypt International Exhibition Center and the 51st round of the Cairo International Book Fair, where the brotherly country of Senegal is the guest of honor. And with us now here are two dear guests from Senegal. They are Abdoulah and Habibe, and they are owners of a publishing house here at the book fair. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
I'd like to thank you very much, Habibe and Abdullah, and I understand that both of you are students of language and translation, and
Yes.
you are participating this year in the Cairo International Book Fair as publication house. Tell me
Yes.
more.
Thank you very much for having us. I'm very happy to participate in this international book fair here in Egypt as a student who's come from Senegal, and Senegal as the country that is invited here to be the guest of the honor here in the fair. I'm very happy to be here, and I can say that we have a publishing house here inside the fair, and we have so many different books that has been written by Senegalese scholars, different Senegalese scholars. The books are divided into French books and into Arabic books, and there is some books that is in our local language, which is Wolof. So if the visitor comes to our publishing house, they will get the chance to find many different books and to find some information about Senegal as a country. And
Yes.
I think that's what I can tell you.
Abdullah, tell me about the fields that the books are divided in. I mean, as we understood from Habib, you have books in French and Senegalese, or in the local Senegalese language, and also in Arabic. But I want to know the fields that cover the books, more or less.
The books are very important. Most of them, they're talking about religions and culture and agriculture and all the things that we need in life. Because in Senegal, they like education, they like reading, they like books, and they always try to get what give them addition cultures. That's why we love reading always, and we always here to join you, to meet you guys, and it's a very good pleasure to come here and participate in this gathering of International Cairo's book and everything.
It's our pleasure and honor. You have a beautiful French accent in English.
Thank
So
you.
I want to ask you guys about the topics of the books on display in your corner. Are they mainly about the Senegalese culture, civilization, people, or are they about Africa in general? Tell me more.
Well, I can tell you, there is some books that they only focus on the Senegalese culture, the Senegalese civilization. But there is some books, I can say many of the books that are written in Arabic, they focus on the Islamic religion or the religion in general. But there is some other books that they focus on civilization in general or culture in general. Talk about not only Senegal, but outside Senegal. Very different fields. Because there are some scholars that, when you get the chance to go outside and just study more, and gain more information, that will push you to write and share the information that you already have with other people. That's why I can say that it's very different, not only in Senegal, but we also participate outside Senegal. Whether it's about the culture, about the religion, or anything else, but it's not only in Senegal. I think that's all I can say right now.
Yes. Abdullah, and of course Senegal is a predominantly Muslim country. I don't know if you are aware of the Azhar pavilion here at the Cairo International Book Fair. Any cooperation between you and the Azhar pavilion, or do you go there for the Fatwa center here, for instance, at the Azhar pavilion? Talk to us about it.
Yeah, sure. We got a nice relationship and a strong relationship that builds since our grandfathers and stuff like that. In 1970s, 1960s, those times, and Azhar have a big plan in Africa and Senegal especially. He sent every year more than 40 teachers to go to Senegal teach them the religion, teach them Arabic language, teach them the culture of Islam. And every time here, Senegalese students here, there are more than 600 students. And that is a good job, and we like it, and we glad to be here again, and we appreciate everything that Azhar do. Yeah.
We're
Okay.
happy to have you, sir.
Of course we are, and I want to talk more with you about the African culture, because even though African cultures, if I may say, are widely diverse, and they are also, when closely studied, seen to have many similarities. For example, the morals they uphold, the love and respect for the culture, holding on to traditions. So how do you see the book fair this year as a chance to tell the public about the African culture?
Well, like you said, Africa has a very special culture, but the most important thing is that it's very shared between the countries. It's not very different. It's kind of similarities, because that's the Africa. You know, when the culture is very different, that's what makes people very different. But African people are very close because the culture is very close, and they understand each other. The languages are very simple. It's not very difficult, because, you know, like I can give you an example, like Senegal and Mali, or Burkina Faso, or
You can
Gambia.
have people, I guess, from the same family that are across the border, right?
Yes.
From the same tribe. Or
Yes, yes. Like Senegal and Gambia, it's almost the same country. We have the same tribe. We speak the same language, and we have the same culture and the same morality. We share many things. So it's a very good point, or it's our strong point to share many things. So I think that's just wonderful.
One thing that I guess many visitors that will come here will be hella interested in is African music.
Yes.
I don't know if you have
Main part of the culture.
If you are portraying anything here about African music, any books that are talking about African music, any CDs, anything that you are portraying.
We have African music, and someone who is very famous in the world, he called Yusundur. He's a good singer, and even if you go to our office, you can see that we are singing that sound, and it's very nice, and anyone recognize it. It's very famous in Europe, in Asia, in America.
Very true.
Yeah, global world. Yeah.
What about African cuisine? Are you?
Any books about African food?
I don't know. Well, inside our publishing house, I don't find any book that talk about African food. But about the music also, we don't have some CDs or some books that are talking about music. But when it comes to Senegal, in music we only practice it. But writing about music as a factory, we don't do that much. There's some people who's doing it, but not very much.
Anything about African clothing? Clothes?
African clothes?
Yes.
Yeah, in Senegal we have some tradition, some clothes that are very
Jalabiya? Is jalabiya?
Yeah, jalabiya,
Really
because
bright colored outfits for men and women.
So
Beautiful colors.
They call him kaftan, garambubu, all those things. They are names of the clothing there.
Yeah.
Garambubu, kaftan.
It's kind of jalabiya here,
marinière
like
is
in
kind
Egypt.
of is the names. They got a lot of different names. That's yeah.
I'm interested to know whether you have been visited by Egyptians coming to you and asking you more about your country, about Senegal. Were they keen to know more about the country's traditions and culture? Were you there, like, to talk more about Senegal?
Of course, noting that we are early on in the.
Yes.
Well, that has been happening very, very often inside our publishing house. We receive many Egyptian people, or very different people. They come, just want to know about Senegalese culture, want to know about Senegalese authors, want to know about Senegal in general. But Alhamdulillah, we are ready to respond to all those questions, because we know before that we're going to receive those type of questions.
Yes.
And recently, we held a festival of culture that Senegal has been invited. So we participate in that festival, and it was very, very wonderful, because it gives us the opportunity to show our culture, show our music, just share our culture with Egyptian people. And as the, president of Egypt is the president of African United, African Union
African
is
Union,
in this
yes.
year. So it's just a wonderful opportunity to share with Egyptian people our language and our culture. I
Well,
wanna say.
Senegalese people, and this is no compliment, but they are seen by their brothers in Africa and as one of the kindest people
Thank
you
you.
can ever find.
Thank you.
And we're happy, again, very happy to have you as the guest of honor. Abdullah, you were probably not, I want to go to football a little bit because Egyptians and Senegalese, when they sit together, they have to say,
They talk football.
they talk
Ah,
football.
yes.
They have to say Salah
sure.
Mane, Mane Salah Liverpool, and stuff like that. They have to.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the most common speech between them.
Yes.
So, I don't think you were born back then, but you tell me if you were. In 2002.
Yeah.
Okay. Senegal had a very good football team, and they went to the World Cup, and they were in the final 8. They had defeated France in the opening game. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Haj Diouf and that team. And then they almost went to the semi-finals. They were the best African team. Here in Egypt last year, Hala, they were playing Algeria in the final of Cannes. And half the Egyptians were rooting for Senegalese.
Yes, I remember
The other
that.
half for the Algerians.
Right.
Algeria won. They were very good, but also Senegal were perfect.
Yeah.
So, what I want to ask you
Very
is,
much supported by the Egyptians. But
yeah, definitely. Trezeguet, who is the second most, as we said in the introduction, Hela, the second most Egyptian footballer in the UK, of course, after the Egyptian
Mo Salah.
king running down the way, is one of the ambassadors for this Cairo International Book Fair. I want to ask about Mane,
Yes.
the African Footballer of the Year. Congratulations. And
thank
we were very happy
Thank you
that,
very
that
much.
he won it. And we just hope it will be him and Salah only. And also Mahrez, of course, Algeria is
Yeah.
also a brotherly, friendly country. But I want to ask you, did you try to persuade your big star to be part of... are you showcasing anything about him here?
About
Mane.
Sadio Mane,
Football.
Yeah, Sadio Mane,
right
about
now,
football.
Right now we don't post nothing yet, but maybe tomorrow or after tomorrow we'll bring stuff.
Egyptians will want to see that. They will come and ask you about it.
Sure, and we will program, we will fix it and do something good for Mane and you'll see and Salah, because Mane and Salah, they are brothers in they are Africans, they are Muslims and stuff like that.
Yes.
Liverpool are lucky.
Yeah, they are very lucky. Yeah.
Okay,
And that is-
I know, guys, you have been very busy with the beginning of the book fair this year, but did you get a chance to move around, take a look at the other pavilions? Were you interested in particular pavilions? Azhar is here, so many other countries are also here. So tell me more. Did you get a chance to tour the fair this year?
Well, I need to, but I don't have the chance to go to another country. But when I'm inside in this book fair, I'm just happy because I have the chance to move around and try to discover another publishing houses to buy more books. Because me myself, the last book fair last year, I was there and I just bought some books that were very interesting because I like to keep myself busy in reading. And as the Senegal is the guest of the honor here, I don't get the chance to move around a lot because I'm one of the responsible. And to answer that question that you were talking about Mane, we still don't have his picture, but we're expecting it to come tomorrow. We're going to have the big portrait of Mane holding the Ballon d'Or inside our publishing house. So that will, gain...
And some videos, maybe. We could have some videos for him in Liverpool and with Senegal.
Of course, we're going to have many things that's related to Salah and Mane together in Liverpool. Because all the eyes of African people, they actually go into Liverpool and Salah and Mane.
Yeah.
Because of football, it's very famous that and accommodating that will just keep the relationship between countries and between people very smooth.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And Abdullah, as you know, the fact that Egypt was in 2019 and until February, Hala, is the president of the rotating presidency of the African Union. So there is a lot of care from the part of
Attention,
Egypt,
yes,
and
given by
attention
Egypt to Africa.
especially to African youth,
Yes, African youth.
and initiatives.
So many
and so on.
conferences dedicated to African youth.
That's right. That's
And
right.
we have initiatives in this book fair. So talk to us about it for African youth.
Yes, they are very free here. They have them freedoms to study and to do all the activities that they want to do that's related to culture and sport and everything. And we always happy here. We always welcome, and I welcome all the African youths to come visit Cairo, visit Dunya, to make themselves like we're the same and Africa be developed, inshallah.
You are at home. You are at home.
Now I have a question for you now.
The thing is for me to discover different books, because like I told you before, I just like reading books. So when I come to a place that I find myself that I can find more different books that will help me, I mean reading it, gaining more information. For me, that's the most important thing so far. But there is some culture activities that's going on inside, because I mean this is the opportunity, this is our chance to show our culture. So we bring some cultural stuff, some cultural objects inside our publishing house that will maybe please for the visitors and especially for the Egyptian people.
Gentlemen, I want to ask you both, if you will, what do you think are the biggest similarities between Senegalese and Egyptian people? The common ground, the things that we are totally alike in.
It's religion, I think so. Religion and culture. When I say culture, I mean Islamic culture. Lughatul Arabi, the Arabic language and the Islamic religion. That is the thing that relates us, make us one together.
And that was bringing me to my second question, because both of you are students of language and translation. So how do you see the role of language and translation? And you also work, you have your own publishing house. So how do you see the role of language and translation in bringing peoples together, especially African peoples?
Yeah, because communication is the fastest way to bring you together. And this world now, we are to globalizations, you know. And the best language, the most popular language is English.
Yes.
English. And Alhamdulillah, in Senegal you can find someone who can speak English, but there too you can find who can speak Arabic, like Egypt. Because before the French come there to colonize us, our grandfathers was writing them letters in English languages, in Arabic languages. So you see, and we are 95% Muslim in Senegal. Most of them, they know how to read, they know how to, especially Arabic. So language is very important, and culture and everything, and make us together.
Indeed. That's the Senegalese line there, right?
Yeah.
That's the line.
Yeah,
over
yeah,
here.
yeah. It's the
All
Senegalese
right.
lines.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad that you're wearing the sports
Thank you.
outfit. Always beautiful colors
Yes.
For Senegal. So, gentlemen, tell me your plans. What are you looking forward to in the 2 weeks here at the Cairo International Book Fair? What will you consider an achievement, a success? What do you want to, you know,
Come
to
up
say?
with,
Yeah.
yes.
To say to yourself after the book fair is over?
Well, our main goal after the book fair is that to satisfy the people, because I mean, it's a big title to be the guest of the honor. So we're here, and we hope that people will visit our publishing house, and then after they done, they will be very satisfied, and they will get some memories, some good memories about Senegal. Whether it's about the Senegal itself, whether it's about the scholars or about the books, anything. But we just want to satisfy people. That's our main goal.
Well, we wish you best of luck. I'd like to thank you very much,
Thank you.
Habib Sek and Abdoulah Lo, students of language and translation. Wish you best of luck, and best of luck, of course, for Senegal this year being the guest of honor for this edition of the Cairo International Book Fair.
Thank
And I
you
want
very
to tell
much.
you, gentlemen, we cannot find a better guest of honor. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Dear viewers, please stay.
Thank you very
nice
much
to
you
meet you.
to having us.
Thank you so
very
much. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We'll be right back after a short break.